Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm getting over pneumonia in my left lung. But that's not really why I'm making this video. From today, today's Wednesday, about a couple of days away from Halloween. So, what I'm gonna do is, usually I set up my yard for Halloween. This year, because of my sickness, and I'm still getting over it, I'm not going to dress up the yard. I'm going to go trick-or-treating instead. So, I thought I'd make a costume. I'll show you what I've done so far. So, I have this old light here, and as you can see, I've put in a light strip, an RGB light strip, and I've soldered it up so it lights up red. Currently I'm using this old PC power supply, but shortly I'm going to use a couple of 9-volt batteries, which will over voltage my LEDs, but they won't be on for long periods of time. So, I'm gonna quickly turn this on and show you what it looks like. So that's running off 12 volt, but I will hook up some resistors. I'm going to have this light here hanging over my shoulder, so the light is right here. I'm going to have some old ripped clothes from a stranded on an island old Halloween costume, and I'm going to burn it, and I'm going to melt some plastic, and I'm going to melt a helmet, and I'm going to wear it in a way that it looks like I was an electrician that died, and every time there's like fake memory of being electrocuted, this lamp lights up with me moving my arm. So I'm going to have like a switch here so that so I'm going to be holding on to electrical wire going straight down like this, and every time I do that, hopefully, if I find a switch, I can make this lamp here light up. But I need to find some resistors, so I'll need to steal it from a circuit board or something. I don't own resistors, so I need to find an old broken thing. But anyway, that's the idea. So this will be over my shoulder and it will light up when I fake remember that I got electrocuted. So it's work in progress. This container here, this bit here, where it splits off to the 2 lights. Yes, there are 2 lights, I'm only going to use one. I'm going to hide a couple of 9-volt batteries in here, making 18 volts altogether. These light strips take 12 volts, so that's 6 volts over the recommended voltage for a strip light. So I think I will try and find some resistors. Otherwise I might have burnt light strip, which took forever to solder and work. Currently I've still got the 240 plug on it, which is not ideal because after Halloween someone might plug it in and then blow up this lamp, well, blow up the strip lights, which are only 12 volt, and a power plug is 240 in New Zealand. Right, that's enough of me talking. I'm going to find some resistors, and then I'm going to start burning clothes. Okay? Okay, so now we're going to burn the clothes to make it sort of look like when the power was turned on, or when I created a fake circuit. I think it still is burning.
Swear.
Yep.
Swear.
Well, that's burning good. The clothes get burnt. It's right on the end.
Swear.
Still on fire. And yeah, that's really gone. Radio. Cut. I hope that's out. I really hope it's out. Yeah. It looks realistic-ish. It's mostly on the back, although the front has some. Radio. We'll go get the hose. Never mind, don't need the hose, just need a bath that's been out in the world for a bit. Yep, that little white t-shirt needs a bit more work done on it. And it's on fire. This almost feels illegal. Yeah. Yeah.
At the top, at the top. Drop, roll, 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 drop, roll, drop, roll, drop, roll, drop, roll, drop, roll. Yeah.
Oh, the camera! This phone isn't waterproof. Oh no.
That's alright.
At least the case took most of it.
With black bit on the back. Yeah, look at the button.
That's not going to get done up anytime soon.
I think it's still going actually. It's like, still got good integrity.
Let's go see how they look after they've dried. Pretty realistic. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold on to a wire. So this wire here I'm gonna hold on to. I'm gonna hold on to it here in this hand, and the switch is gonna be around here. and I'm going to strip this end, expose the copper wire, burn that a bit more, and then I'm going to burn this end as well, and this is going to drag along the path behind me, holding this like there's an electrical current, and I can't release my hand because the electrical current is making my muscles contract and stay on, so I can't. But yeah, so water, matches, the same candle, and a sharp craft knife. Radio, gonna get started. Time lapse. Okay guys, there's going to be a slight change of plans. This power splitter box here, this used to be the main power that came in. The batteries won't fit in here well with all this wire in here. Now this cable here goes out to the light that I've put the wee LED strip in, but I've disconnected the other light which has the burnt out broken filament in it. So instead what I've done is the main cable comes out, and then I'm going to put the batteries in this box here. Now I've got two 9-volt batteries, here they are, and they fit together just like this. I'm going to fit that in there, and I'm going to connect the blue up to the negative and the brown on this cable up to the positive, and this is going to go out to my switch. So right now I'm going to quickly wire this up and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so I've now wired it up so that this lights up, and then here is the batteries, and on this end I'm going to hook up a switch so it connects. So what I'm thinking, because I want to be able to activate it when I squeeze my armpit or arm closed, so what I'm going to do is, this is an empty charger for some earbuds that my dogs chewed ages ago. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a spring in here so that it's a jar, and then I'm going to either put pins or tin foil on the top and bottom, connect the wires up to it so that when I squish, it clamps shut, makes a connection, and then pops back open when I release the tension. So I'm going to quickly do that. Well, hello everyone, this is the first part of, first wee bit of a voiceover. If you're wondering what I'm doing here, well, I've just soldered up the wires to the pins, so the wires can't actually come off the pins. But one thing I'm finding is that the plastic is really thick, so what I did was I put my soldering iron on the top of the pin, heating the pin up, and the point of the pin, meaning that I could easily melt through the plastic, so it would encase and lock in the pins so they won't fall out. Trick or treat?
So what do you got for a hat? Have you got a burning hat or?
We were gonna try and make one.
So last night I had an idea. So I went downstairs, well, got down from my bed, which is above me, went down my ladder, and recently I got given some 12-volt halogen bulbs. Now, they're like the wee lights that go into wee spotlights for your garden or into the ceiling or under your range hood. Now, these 12-volt lights were actually really bright, and I thought, why have two lights when only one light just works? Relating to my Halloween costume. So last night, I couldn't get to sleep, so I went down the ladder, searched through the archives, found these 12-volt lights, and found a 12-volt connector bracket for these lights. And let's just say I wired it up. And then I had to double the batteries because, well, turns out I was drawing a lot more power than I thought I was. Even though in total I had 18 volts, the halogen bulb and the light strip are both 12 volts. So adding another battery would be another 9 volts onto the 18 volts already there. So I did that. The batteries still get warm, but before they got hot, so it's an improvement, I guess. Another issue I'm having though is that I'm not sure if the halogen bulb is taking the majority of the power, but the red LED is no longer the brightest. In fact, the red LED actually starts getting dimmer and duller, and there's less colour. So I'm not sure if I'm overvoltaging it and it's limiting it, or if the bulb I have put in has really restricted it and is taking most of the power. I'll quickly show you a really quick short clip of both lights working and the new battery system I had to install.
So here it is in all its beautiful glory. Not fully made up yet. I've still got a helmet to put with it. I've got some gloves that look semi-professional. I'm gonna scorch these so I can still wear them, but they look burnt. So this is the new light I put in. Got a wee halogen bulb in there, and then the strip light in here. So this is what it looks like now. And now the red LEDs really aren't working too well. Wonder if I've burnt the light strips out. I'm not sure what to do. I really wanted that to work unless I add in another. Okay, I'm gonna take one of the batteries out and see if that fixes it. But I'm concerned. I am really concerned because I'm pumping more than 18 volts through that strip light. So I'm gonna do some experimenting, and if it turns out I've cooked that light strip, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I might have to put in another halogen bulb and double my batteries again. Okay.
Okay, so I didn't realize that in order to experiment and try and fix this issue, if it was a low voltage or the more powerful light was drawing more, I realized I had to fix my multimeter, because not long ago, I've been putting this off for ages because I haven't needed to use it. The solder joint came apart and the red wire separated from the probe. So I had to do the side quest in order to get this working again. Spoiler alert, I did get it going in the end. So I'm just going to like fast forward it all until you see the part where I fix it. So here I am soldering away, fixing this, and then once I get this done I start probing around and seeing what the issue is. Turns out that the table I was working on wasn't very good, so in the end I went to the floor, and that's when I decided to try and test the red light without the halogen bulb in. What you know, it's nice and bright. So I put the halogen bulb back in eventually and decided to increase the amps instead of the voltage. When batteries are in series, the voltage increases and the amps decrease or stay the same. But if you put batteries in parallel, that increases the amps instead of the voltage. So that's what I did. So I got one battery that I had left over, thank goodness, and I put it in parallel series? In parallel. So we've got 3 batteries in series and 1 battery in parallel. So that should hopefully be double the amps and the same amount of volts I had before.
So this here is the helmet that I'm going to slightly melt, and hopefully I get some burnt spots on it as well. I'm going to be using my heat gun, and this here is my heat gun. It's got 2 settings, hot and hotter, or off. And this is my coil of wire, well, reel, and I'm going to run that over there, and I'm going to start melting.
Okay, so everything's done. The only thing I need to do is scorch those gloves, which you probably don't want to see. So I'm just going to cut straight to the chase and show you the finished design. Thank you everyone for watching this video, and I hope you really enjoyed this video, and have a good Halloween and rest of your week, or whatever day it is for you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Talk to you then.